Hey man, say man, what's going on, man? Bill, what's going on? Bill, hold on.
Yeah. Hey.
Bill, you don't sound good. You sound muffled. You on the
Man,
Bluetooth?
listen, ain't nothing muffled. It's it's the square footage. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You hear the echo because it's the square footage. And Debo got me right.
Hey, boy, Bill, let me tell you something, man. This is a surprise call. But look here, man. Hey, man, say, man, boy, I'm hearing crazy astronomical numbers over there, man. Tell Debo to let a nigga hold something, man. I hear this man finna have to go to the hospital for assault and battery for being assaulted with a bag full of money. Is that true?
Man, listen, man, we are blessed. Hold on, let me go over here to the closet. Because I'm going to get in the closet to make sure that you can hear me a little better. Is this any better?
This man said, "Let me go to the closet."
I got different rooms with microphones. So
it sounds.
I'm in the closet if you want to hear it.
Well, it sounds. I see that. I hear the echo, man. Like what? Like goddamn, what you want a 15,000 square foot? Where you at?
Okay, listen. If I go outside now, you can hear me outside better.
I can hear you a lot better. I can hear you a lot better.
Okay, so listen. Shout out to that True Media podcast, man. You know what I mean? And everything that you do, Coach. You know, we told them, and we got them all together in one room, and we gonna get them. And they got to watch the little brother. You got to watch Norfolk's own. He got to take it, and he gonna get it. Because guess what, Coach?
What's that?
They didn't know, and this is what they missed when they seen Craig. Craig went to Craig's house looking for Debo. He didn't go looking for Debo. You know what I'm saying? Why would you go to Craig's house? I'm going to Craig's house and start screaming Debo's name. You know, knowing that Debo live in all this kind of shit. You know, in his places. You know, and listen. Shout out to the WBO for doing such a wonderful job and finally forcing somebody on the hit list in the ring. Now, hopefully that they're going to oblige like they did, because guess what? You remember, my dear brother, he started all this shit, right? So whatever the rules are of engagement, that's what he went over there and asked for his client. You see what I mean?
Come on, Jay Prince.
Yes, sir.
Mob, shout out to Mob. Shout out to Mob Ties. Shout out to the OG. Shout out to Mob Ties.
Yeah. Shout out to every last one of them and you know, huddling up and coming up with a good plan such as this that you know, we needed bad as a motherfucker, you know, because it's the fight that's on the list, not just any fighter. Mm-hmm. That's why we so happy about the shit, you know.
Hey, so
what I tried to do was, you know, because we were in negotiation with Shakur, with Jay Prince, and they weren't public about it, but, you know, I was able to, you know, somehow, you know, share with the people that were excited to see that fight that we were making it happen, right? Mm-hmm. And at least doing our best, right? So we had decided, he had decided that it was going to be at 147 pounds. We was with it. We said yes. He said yes. He came back publicly and said, including Jay, that it would be, that they wanted to do it at 144.
Okay.
You know, contrary to what I believe, we had a great outing at 147 against Brian Norman. I didn't think that that's what we should be doing. Debo says he wants to go down to 144 and do it. Shakur said numerous times he was going to sign it. He never did. What I came out and initially said then was, I said, without all the small talk, Jay manages both of you guys. In a perfect world, how do we agree that we go back to back? Everybody said that I was crazy. I said, okay, all right, and listen. And that team or that side brought no clarity to the situation. I said, well, you know, it's some effort being put into this chaos, right? So the WBO, obviously, we've experienced a whole lot of campaigns from boxing in general, you know, so we're not used to a campaign that Craig walking out and not wanting to do the fight. So what we're hoping is that nothing changes. I know that Keyshawn promised me on numerous times that that's what he wanted to do. I know with this situation, it was different, a little different, because he came out on social media and said that he was surprised that Jay had petitioned for him to be in that position. Nevertheless, I think it's a great, great, great fight for boxing, but not just boxing, for the culture, especially two young guys, you know, in their prime.
Which guys?
Pulling up on their prime.
Okay, Bill, listen. So you got a purse bid going on right now, according to what's being reported on Twitter. So you guys were not able to come to an agreement within the allocated time, so now it's going to a purse bid. What is it? What does Debo expect? What is he looking for to come out of that purse bid from a financial?
Well,
I'm not saying money, but
well, I don't think money. I don't think money at this point in time, right? If we still say that we're not dropping the belt, and I think that you've seen what the minimum was, right?
Yeah, I saw the minimum, 25%. So what you said, people said you was lying about
that.
No.
I think I said that. No, not the minimum. I said that I think the minimum bid on the fight was $200,000.
Yeah, $200,000. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know y'all ain't fighting for now. Well, wait a minute. So he gonna get 25% of that. That is? That's 50%. No, that's 50,000. That's 50,000.
No. Listen. The only thing that I'm saying is these rules of engagement have happened based on that team and what they doing.
What I'm
saying?
Yep,
Everybody said that we weren't gonna do this and we weren't gonna do that. Well, now, you know what I'm saying? I thought we was boxed in. Where's the double barrels and all the other shit like that? Mm-hmm. I said, well, listen, we back out, man. We with it. Huh?
Yeah, so, he said he had y'all boxed in. Now, let me ask you this, because it appeared, I didn't look at it this way until like last week. I said, you know what? Zuffa, put it this way. When you first came out, you was the one that let everybody know about Zuffa, and they wanted to make a fight with Debo Dev and Shakur Stevenson. No one said anything about Shakur with Zuffa. Shakur didn't say anything about it. Y'all was the ones that did that, right? Everybody said you was crazy, A, B, C, and D. You did not get this far in the game listening to what other people say. I think that's obvious, right? Then next thing you know, Shakur has signed to Zuffa Boxing. So, he just signed to him. They gave him a whole lot of money. And they signed before you guys signed. Now, according to what Shakur Stevenson said out of his mouth, he admitted on an Ariel Hawani show, he said that he didn't sign anything to fight you. To fight Devin Haney, he just said, I agree to fight him verbally. My whole thing was, well, you can't drop your belt based on what he said out of his own word, because he flip-flopping too much. And so my thing was, you don't want to drop your leverage. But then I thought about it. It's something I said on the show last week. I said one thing about Bill Haney. I say, Bill, the Haneys know how to fall. They like a cat. He gonna fall on his feet. Bill is not no fool. Contrary to popular belief. You know what the fuck you doing. Eddie Hearn always talk about how brilliant you are. I've heard Bob Arum say, I heard quite a few people in the business say, nah, that motherfucker know what he doing. Contrary to the people, the bots or whatever online. But you was trying to get Keyshawn Davis a big payday. It appeared over there if y'all was able to get the 2-for-1. Not saying that you would have beat Keyshawn, because Keyshawn is skilled enough to beat Devin Haney. But it appeared that he didn't look at it that way. Or why is that?
Well, I mean, it was to my belief and understanding that two guys on the pound for pound list, and being two of the biggest free agents in boxing, meaning they can go directions that change the landscape of companies and networks and ultimately the sport, Devin has been doing that. You know, he's been making the moves to keep, you know, trailblazing, bushwhacking, and pioneering, right? So ultimately, a lot of what our thought and direction would go into, you know, had a lot to do with that legacy and money, you know, and then it's, you know, or money and legacy.
Dev,
of course, Devin is the last to announce, but that doesn't mean that he was the last to commit. You know, I mean, what he's been committed to doing has consistently paid off. You know, in terms of titles, in terms of presence, and for him, we're talking about generational numbers. You know, generational wealth numbers for our family. So, you know, so I think that we've been ahead of the curve because we're answering to the people. And people laugh, like, what people are you talking about? I'm talking about, you know, the people that want to see the fight, right? Because that's what drives the people to pay, right? The people to pay then put up the money, the guaranteed money, and then sell the fight to the people that ultimately pay for it, right? Is the fans. But no matter what you pay for the fight, if the fans aren't going to buy it, and the fans don't want to see it, then it's not a fight that Devin can be involved in at this level.
So you have two options. From what I'm hearing, I didn't hear this from you. I heard this from people from DAZN, and I heard this from people from the Keyshawn Davis' side, his promotional company. Top Rank. You got two offers on the table. You got the one from Zuffa, and you have the one from DAZN. From what I'm hearing that the one from Zuffa is more money, of course, than DAZN. But I'm also hearing that if you guys were to go in a deal to fight Keyshawn, I'm hearing that Devin Haney is going to be dealing directly with DAZN. Is that true?
At this stage, that's the only people that he's going to deal directly with is the network. You know, basically you want to be distributed through the network. That's the ultimate goal, right? But then you have an opportunity with a shitload of money, right? But then it's a different sacrifice, you know? So he's going to decide the direction that he's going to go. But either way, I believe that, you know, he's in good hands ultimately with his decision.
I know based on recent history, you know, I heard that you are a shrewd negotiator. I heard this from people from Top Rank. They told me, man, to build a shrewd negotiator. And you never have Devin Haney pinned down. We know what he had to go through with Top Rank in order to become undisputed. And ever since then, I noticed that you never have yourself pinned down. You always have a way out. My thing is, if whether your options with Zuffa and your options with DAZN, can you elaborate whether that's going to be a multi-fight offer? Of course, Zuffa going to be for Shakur and DAZN for Keyshawn. Would that be a multi-fight offer, or is this one fight for either guy?
No, I mean, I think no. The list is real, and it's about delivering the fights, right? But more importantly, it's Keyshawn Davis right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's and he's on the list. So I can't look past once I got the guy, and then we got the guy that's on the list as well. Yeah. Now it's about making this fight happen.
So, you know, I heard Jay Prince say that we got the double barrel shotgun pointed at such and such. There's this rumor or narrative. I don't know who put it out there that, you know, because even some people in my chat feel, oh man, Devin Haney don't want to fight Keyshawn. I mean, apparently Keyshawn is a boogeyman and Devin is a terrified of him, right? So, but for what we're seeing, you still in negotiations to fight this guy. How come Devin Haney's actions are not lining up with the narrative that's being pushed by those who push the narrative, because I'm hearing that Devin Haney is terrified. According to what Shakur Stevenson said, he'd rather lose to me than lose to Keyshawn. So I'm hearing he gonna drop the belt and he want, you know what I mean? That's what Shakur said. But you know, what's going on with that? You're not, why y'all not afraid of the boogeyman Keyshawn Davis from what Shakur saying?
Devin ain't afraid of nobody in or around his division, right? And ultimately not afraid of anyone, period, but Allah. You know, so you know, that's the thing, is that he has both. He's managed by both fighters are managed by the same guy.
Thanks.
So you're able to get a situation done. I think that I've been doing it long enough. He has been doing it long enough, but it's Shakur Stevenson that didn't want to make the thing happen. Ultimately, I mean, he's shown and he's come out and said who he is and what he can do and all those things. And it was cool that, you know, my friend, he sent something else over there to us to chew on until maybe Shakur gains a little bit of weight and strength and courage to come back around.
That purse bid. Can you tell us? We're hearing that is from what was put out there on Twitter. We're hearing that you guys have 7 days. You got to start the purse bid. Tell us the rules of engagement as it relates to the purse bid. Educate us on that.
Well, I mean, first the minimum, right? And I think that with 200,000, I think Devin paid, you know, gives his baby mama more than that a year, so she might have the 200,000, right? I mean, at the minimum, right? So when you talk about what we can do as a company with DHP, what Top Rank can do, and so on and so forth, right? And I say that as a joke because I said there's no way this fight is not happening. So the rules of engagement have been initiated by Jay Prince and Keyshawn Davis as challengers to WBO 147-pound title, and we've been looking for them more than they could imagine.
All right, so let's see, sound like y'all finna fight Keyshawn. So my thing is this: who is allowed? I don't know if you can share that with us. Who is allowed to bid on this fight?
Well, I mean, I'm saying this: anybody that wants to go through the rules to bid on the fight. You know what I'm saying? There's rules and everything. I mean, and I think those are questions that Jay Prince and Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson might be more concerned about, right? Because that's what they did. They said that's what they wanted to be. So I shouldn't be answering any questions other than, okay, let's fight.
I understand exactly what you're saying because I get it, because Jay Prince is the one that had Keyshawn. Keyshawn was the number one guy to fight for Shakur's title in the WBO. I don't know if you know that. He was the number one guy to fight Teofimo Lopez. However, Shakur jumped up, took that Teo fight from Keyshawn. And Keyshawn has been a good soldier, being loyal to, you know, Shakur, and he even signed with Shakur's promoter, Jay Prince. Shout out to him.
It was, but what was a little bit disturbing or different is that while negotiating with the Shakur, he sent Keyshawn, and then Keyshawn went over and went on the tour. So while he's touring, right, I'm doing the best I can to stay focused on the fight that everybody want to see as well. Mm-hmm. They want to see, you know, him and Shakur. If not, and I said, well, let me be transparent to the people and tell them that they want to see them both, and let's go back to back. If, you know, well, no, you guys aren't going to fight each other, but give us an opportunity. We can tell the people we're going to go back to back, get them excited, and let's show them what we're really doing in this boxing thing, right? Instead of all this other, like, pump faking and all this other, like, you know, talking and shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know, even the big homie that told me about that lip wrestling, sound like some goddamn lip wrestling, man. Shit, you got both of the guys, you know? And we could have then got to this business. You know what I'm saying? And still have something for the people to be talking about. Because when they come out and talking about, well, it's only this and it's only that, man, you started it. We said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. They can't complain about, wait a minute, you know, now they're going through the purse bid aspect of this negotiations. This is what you asked for. You was negotiating. So basically what you're saying is this. Let me make it, let me know if I'm right or wrong. You was in negotiations to fight Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Shakur. Jay Prince manages both guys. He manages Keyshawn Davis and Shakur. So it's not like you dealing with two different guys. You're dealing with the same person.
Right.
So while you was negotiating in good faith to fight Shakur,
he's on the campaign. Keyshawn is on the campaign like we won't fight him.
Yeah. So he went through the back door and say, no, I'm going to pull a Machiavelli and I'm going to go ahead and put Keyshawn out there. So I take it as though maybe he was, and I'm listening, and especially listening to what Shakur been saying, I take it as though maybe he was trying to protect Shakur. Shakur, you know what I mean? That's how I looked at it. Because I didn't know that if you negotiating with one guy and this understood what was going on between those guys, but then he pulled a Machiavelli with Keyshawn. Now that same crew is saying that, oh yeah, man, he really don't want to fight Keyshawn. He rather lose to me. That's what Shakur said. I'm only taking what he said.
No. Okay. Yeah, no. But to even ask, no, but just let me expound on what you're saying is that Keyshawn is already on the Debo hit list, but he has accelerated and sped himself up the list past everybody based on what they've done. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. You're perfect, right? Because you're on the list. Now, the while before that, we were in negotiations with Shakur Stevenson. Mm-hmm. Now, right? And but everyone wanted that fight. Everybody wanted that fight. So I'm going with the fight that everybody wanted as well. And I do like the Keyshawn fight. But while me negotiating with the fight that the people wanted, Jay sent Keyshawn to become the mandatory challenger, right, for Devin's belt. And then they said, well, we're going to drop the belt. No, we're going to drop our nuts like we've been doing in this boxing shit. We're not dropping shit. So now what's next? I don't want to hear nothing about what, because I don't know no motherfucking rules either. You the one that said it. He the one that said it. So him and them people need to come up and tell us what's happening next. Because we talking about being in the arena, performing what we've been working on with Devin seems like his whole life.
I do want to see Devin back in the ring, man. It's been 8 months since he's been in the ring, man. It's like the 8 months seem like a long time, and so much stuff is going about. Hopefully we can get Devin Haney. Well, ain't no hopefully. I'm pretty sure we're going to get him back in the ring.
Yeah, it's a great fight. It's a great fight, and today is a great day for it to get mandated. You know, shout out to the WBO, and what they've done is
somebody got to see to get off the pot.
Made somebody get in the ring with Debo. You see what I'm saying? Right? Because I done told you it could have been times me and him. They could have hit me in the motherfucking DM and we could have worked the shit out like we've been trying to work it out. You know? So it's a great fight, a great opportunity. Let's just see in 24, 48 hours to what the next big announcement is.
Hold on. Before you go, I gotta ask you this here. Now that Jay Prince has went ahead and tried to, he got the purse bid and he would have Keyshawn move up from junior welterweight, number one to welterweight, number one fight, getting ready to fight Devin Haney. And now that he did that, isn't it his job to make sure his fighter get paid the most money possible? Am I correct in that?
Hey, listen, I don't think when he was driving to go do what he was going to go do, he didn't have it all the way down. So you're gonna have to ask him.
Well, he's not gonna come over. He's not gonna come over here. But
listen, this is the place. Listen, in these streets, in this YouTube boxing community is where we made our bones at, man. Thank you, man, for letting me come on here and show my excuse me, share my energy and passion about what the WBO has just done in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And listen, so what we need to do is no different than anything else is find out when everybody else's mandatory is, and let's see if they're going to be handling their business like Devin.
Yes, sir. All right, Bill, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely, King.
All right, I'll talk to you.